where Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant says Hamas has launched a war against the state of Israel. The nation woke up to a barrage of thousands of rockets fired from the Gaza Strip. At least one person has been killed in Israel and 15 others injured, as the militants from the Palestinian enclave also infiltrated Israel. And in retaliation, Israel has launched air raids on Gaza with dozens of jets, in what comes as the biggest offensive against Israel following 2021's 10-day war. The armed wing of the Hamas rulers of Gaza Strip have declared the launch of Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. Hamas has also called on the resistance fighters in the West Bank, as well as other Arab and Islamic nations, to join the battle. The Hamas group says over 5,000 rockets have been fired since the break of dawn. Israeli minister says Hamas made a grave mistake by launching a war against Israel. Israel's president, Isaac Herzog, says it is a difficult time for Israel. Air raid sirens wailed across Israel's south and central areas, including in Jerusalem, Rehovot, and Ashkelon. Multiple fires broke out across these cities, which were rocked by the drones. In Gaza, the militants even claimed taking over Israeli military assets, including tanks and armored vehicles. A Hamas brigade has released images showing what they say is their members penetrating the Israel-Gaza border fence and patrolling on the Israeli side. This is happening as the situation is escalating in the Gaza Strip, buckling up to thwart the incoming attack. The Israeli Defense Forces launched air raids in Gaza under the Operation Iron Swords. Israel's military said Hamas launched massive shooting of rockets, adding that terrorists infiltrated into Israeli territory in a number of different locations at the same time. Israeli army says Hamas will face the consequences and responsibility for these events. Israel's top-level security cabinet is holding a meeting amid the surprise Hamas attack. Meanwhile, international community has condemned Hamas attack, including Germany, Greece, Belgium, the European Union and others. Countries like the US and India have also issued advisories for their citizens living in Israel. The latest fire follows a period of heightened tensions in September when Israel closed the border to Gazan workers for 2 weeks. The shutdown of the crossing came as Palestinian protest rocked the heavily militarized border. Critics had slammed the border closure as collective punishment against thousands of Palestinian workers. Meanwhile, the months-long anti-judicial reform protests have been called off in the wake of the latest attacks. And for a more comprehensive understanding of this situation, our correspondent Jody Cohen has sent us this report.
Half of Israel was woken up by the sounds of air raid sirens going off on Saturday morning. Hamas said it had launched a barrage of 5,000 rockets into southern and central Israel, including in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem and here in Ra'anana. People would have rushed to shelters like this one and to stairwells, but it looks like the Iron Dome missile defense system could have been overwhelmed with reports of multiple strikes in Israel. Now, one 70-year-old woman has been killed and numerous injured. Hamas has also said that its militia have infiltrated into southern Israel and a shootout has taken place in a southern town as Hamas reportedly tried to kidnap Israelis in a joint air and ground operation. The Israel Defense Forces have declared a state of emergency and their readiness for war and are targeting Hamas sites in Gaza in response. This is Jody Cohen for WION, World is One.